everyone, welcome to another episode of Vision Angling. Tonight myself and Ben come down to the local beach, Sandbanks. We fish out on the dogleg groin as we call it, midway path. Hoping for a few flats, plaice, sole, maybe a ray later on in the tide. So
yeah, it's quite small tides around here at the minute, so it's ideal for fishing off of the midway path groin. We've got two top tides, so we're fishing over the two tops. So there's not going to be a great deal of movement. It also means there ain't going to be a great deal of weed. So nice to just get out for a few hours. Beautiful evening tonight, like I say. But we've been played by jet skiers at the minute. Yeah, I mean they've been coming in 10-15 yards out. Some girls nearly hit 3 lads swimming in the head earlier on, in an absolute nightmare. But they've all cleared off now. So yeah, what baits are you going to be using tonight, George?
I'll stick out for worm baits for a little while and say try for that flat, sole or the plaice, and pin them down on the deck. So later on when if we do get a bit of movement in the tide, slam out a ray bait, got the sand eel, squid, got the mackerel as well. So just play it as it comes.
Yeah, so I'll be fishing with a 3-hook clip down and see how it goes. Hopefully we get into a few. Like I say, targets tonight for me, plaice, sole, and bream would be nice. I'd like to get a nice sized bream. And yeah, like George said, later on tonight, hopefully a few rays come through. But as long as we get some nice flatfish, I'll be happy. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Right. Well, we've been persevering with the 3-hook clip downs and stuff like that. So, just had a few casts. Just managed to pull myself in a nice little place. There. And that was on the bottom hook of my 3-hook clip down. And all it had on there was a single sequin. So, lovely little fish. Quite fat. Yeah, lovely. Hopefully we can get into a few of the sole. So, I'm going to keep plugging on. The light's just starting to sort of drop down now. We've waited a little while to do any sort of recording, to be honest, because it's been absolutely rammed down here. People walking in and out and having to move all of our gear because groups of people are walking up and down the groin. So it's been pretty busy today. Yeah, like I say, we'll get some more worm out there. We'll get back to you shortly. Cheers. Right, well, just had that little place I've just shown you, and shot the worm bait straight back out, exactly at the same spot, same distance. I'm only casting probably 50 yards off the end here, not going out very far, and 2 minutes and I had a cracking bite. My cousin Daniel was stood with me. It just sort of, it was a little knock and it just took off. And I pulled into it thinking it was going to be a nice bass, but it wasn't. I had a cracking sole. This one went £1.12. Lovely fish. And I say it just taken on ragworm. Not too far out, so you ain't got it in far. Lovely. Right, so we just had that nice £1.12 sole and cast the bait straight back out again. Same spot, same rig. Just had another one. Cracking fish. This one went £1.09. So, yeah, very tentative bite on this one. It wasn't until I was winding it in and it decided it was off. And yeah, this one come in on an over pop-up on my middle snood. So, fingers crossed we'll get into a few more. And say, I think George is down there still plugging on the worm baits. But going on to the ray baits now, I think the sun's starting to go down, so he's edging his bets for a big one. But yeah, cracking. Let's get them worms back out, try for another. Cheers. Right, 3-hook clip down seems to be doing the business tonight. Like I say, I've just had a boat come through a minute ago, absolutely flying through. Me rod, me ratchet just took off. Managed to get it, but it just snapped me completely off in the end. So that's that one out the window. But yeah, same happened to George earlier, to be honest. Just sat watching his rods, pulled over, screamed off, looked up and there's a boat. Really too close, to be honest. They need to be a little bit further out than what they have been coming through. It's a bit silly, but yeah, just had that one out there for about 10 minutes now. Just pulled in another lovely little plaice. So, not very big this one, probably about 14 ounces at a push, I suppose. But yeah, well worth it. And they're all coming in from pretty much exactly the same spot, exactly the same distance. So yeah, no cast that I put out there where I've absolutely whacked it has really caught anything, to be honest. I'm just on my fixed spool, on my 6 and bait, about 50 to 60 yards tops, and the fish are there. So yeah, lovely. But we'll send you down with George in a minute and let's see how he's getting on. Maybe have a little look at some baits and stuff like that. And yeah, fingers crossed we will get back to you with some more fish. Cheers. Right, just been sat here. It's gone a little bit quiet, to be honest, just as darkness sort of fell. But I had a couple of real gentle little nudges on my rod. But I mean, it's been sat out there for the best part of nigh on an hour. And yeah, just pulled in this nice male ungulate. Better hold. Just take the sling off. And you see that there? Cracking little fish. And unlike most ungulates I caught, this one gave me one hell of a fight. Locked itself down on the sand at the bottom there, up in the tide. When it come up, it was the white side up. I said to George, I thought it was a nice big bass. And yeah, lovely fish. Like I say, we're going to get a few still pictures, and then we'll get it put back. Cheers.
Right guys, Ben's going to chuck back his ungulate for us now. Put it on the scales. What did it weigh, Ben?
£9.8 male.
A £9.8 male ungulate. We've had a few stills now. Just going to release it.
Right, well, I just pulled in the free clip down again. I say, got one of the other targets for the night. Lovely little black bream. I say, not the size we were after, but very pretty fish. They're lovely when they're that sort of small, and you get to really see the colours on them and everything like that. So, cracking little fish. I mean, when you're using light gear, getting one that size, I mean, they're lovely to catch. Give you a nice little fight. And yeah, I'm going to get the clip down rig back out there and try and get a few more. Cheers. Right, so that concludes another episode of Vision Angling. We've had enough tonight. I say there's still a fair bit of the tide left we could fish, but we've all got work tomorrow and stuff like that, so we're going to get going. But yeah, it was nice evening. Fair few fish. Definitely more jet skis and boats than fish, but it was it's one of them. Is what it is. How'd you get on, George?
Not very well, mate. I did stick out with the ray baits at the end. I managed one very small sole on the worm bait, and that just about done me. So yeah, I toughed out on the ray baits to no avail. But I mean, you had a pretty nice one yourself, didn't you? So
yeah, it was alright.
It was a pleasure to watch you fucking land it for you. So all in all, it was a good evening.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to come in, did it?
No, it didn't. No, it was a very stubborn one.
Luckily George jumped down on the rocks for me and pulled it up over the top there. Fortunately it wasn't going to come off. It had about 6 to 12 inches of me snood down its neck. So it was a really deep hook, so we just cut the hook off and let it go. Luckily I was using quite a fine wire hook on that trace, so it won't take long for that to rot out. But yeah, like I say, the sole are coming home with me for tea. And yeah, fingers crossed. Like I say, hopefully next time we get into a few more. Cheers.
Cheers.